Hey there, welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If this is the very first time you visited, yay, you found me. I'm so glad. I've been waiting for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thank you so much. I truly appreciate your support. And be sure and like the video and comment down below. You know that I always read everything that you write and I reply to all of your comments too. So thank you again. All right, so I'm excited to tell you about a new movie on Netflix. It is a deep animation called Nimona. It's rated PG and is an hour and 41 minutes. The movie review mom grade I'm giving it is an A. Yeah, it's that good. So first, let me give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, funny lines, and recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that I think you'll also like if you like this one, and vice versa. You know what I mean? All right, so in a nutshell, the story is about when a knight in a futuristic medieval world is framed for a crime that he didn't commit. The only one who can help him prove his innocence is Nimona, a mischievous teen who happens to be a shape-shifting creature he's sworn to destroy. So the film was directed by Nick Bruno and Troy Quayne. Writing credits go to Robert L. Baird, Lloyd Taylor, and Pamela Ribbon. The story was based on the graphic novel Nimona by N.D. Stevenson. Now, I was completely unfamiliar with the source material, so I can't speak to how close it is to the source material, but I think it was good. So Blue Sky Studios had completed this film by 75%, but then they were shut down. And then Annapurna Pictures and Netflix rescued it and finished it, and the rest is history. So let me give you some tips for parents. The two main characters are a gay couple, and so we see them kiss, hug, and hold hands, and for that reason alone, some parents may not want their kids to watch it. But keep listening. There are some other things that might change your mind or might confirm your opinion. There is a very high dead body count from animated violence, but it's all bloodless. Lots of destruction and people in dangerous situations. One of the characters starts to swear, but then gets cut off. And it actually reminded me of the funny last scene in the recent Flash movie with Batman. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but it actually made me laugh. And this one made me laugh as well. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are the heart of a hero, belonging, earning what you want, conforming to the norm, entitlement, justice, friendship, redemption, betrayal, prejudice, loneliness, small-minded questions, and just the fact that everyone wants to be seen and accepted for who and what they are. We're seeing a lot of movies with that messaging, and it's well received because we all feel that way in one way or another, don't we? All right, so there were a lot of things that I really liked about this movie. First of all, I've been a fan of Chloe Grace Moretz for years. She does a great job with her voice talents, and the animation for her character is adorable. There's a scene when Nimona is fighting other knights in the form of Quispy the cereal dragon during the Tra-La-La song from the Banana Splits Adventure Hour back in 1968, which is the same song that played during an action scene that Chloe Grace Moretz did in her 2010 movie called Kick Beep, if you ever saw that movie. It's actually a really cute movie. And then do you remember back in 2015 when a rat was caught on camera dragging a slice of pizza down the stairs into a subway station in New York City? Well, if you look carefully, you'll see Nimona as a rat because she can shape-shift doing the same thing. And it made me just laugh. And actually, there are quite a few scenes with pizza in them. And I like the one with the pineapple on top the best. The animation and the story are very imaginative. They're able to convincingly blend futuristic world building with a medieval vibe. You kind of have to see the movie or the trailer to understand what I'm talking about. The dialogue itself is snarky, witty, and clever at times. Now, as I write all of the things I don't like, I really could only think of one thing, and that is because it's an animated movie that kids would be interested in watching. Some parents might be bothered that a gay couple is featured in the story. Otherwise, really, I thought the story was very endearing and very touching. And I've read several reviews of people who cried they were touched so deeply by this story. So check the trailer and see if you think it'll be okay for your kids. But again, there's no mistaking that that couple is gay, just saying. All right, so I always take notes when I write movies, and specifically, I like to write down the funny lines and the interesting lines, just so you can get a taste and feel for the script writing quality. And so I have a ton of lines here that I want to share with you. I won't have time to share them all, but I've got them all in my written review at moviereviewmom.com. I'll share just a few of them with you right now. So Nimona is voiced by Chloe Grace Moretz, and she looks at this one picture of a guy and she goes, "This guy looks extremely punchable." And her first reaction is to always punch people. Now, I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny, but in the movie it is. All right. And then Nimona tells this one character, "This is the plan. I break you out, chaos, destruction, something, 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 we win." And it's actually a running thread that goes throughout the movie and is said several times in a very cute way. And I thought that it just made me laugh every time. Now, this Nimona character is very spunky. And so she's talking to this other character and she's like, "Ooh, I like your evil lair. You made it look really Larry." And then she goes, "Evil Larry, that's a great villain name." And then Ballister Boldheart, who's voiced by Riz Ahmed, says, "Never going to happen." And they have this really cute, playful relationship where he's very unsure about what she is and what she's all about. He trusts her, then he doesn't trust her. He trusts her, something happens, and then he doesn't trust her. And it's kind of this love-hate relationship throughout the entire movie. But there's some really great character development with all of the characters, and I love seeing that. And then another cute line that Nimona says often is, she'll beat up a bunch of guys, and then this other character will come on the scene, and she always says, "They were like this when I got here." And then another thing that just kind of made me laugh is that at one point we hear this backstory of how this world began with a character whose name was Glorith. And she is kind of not like their god, but the founder of their village and their kingdom and all of their traditions. And so there's no profanity in the movie, but many times you'll hear characters say, "Oh my Glorith," or "What the Glorith?" It just made me laugh. And I appreciate that because we don't need the profanity, but it made the point that they were, just kind of saying those types of things. And then an interesting line that I wrote down is by Nimona, again, voiced by Chloe Grace Moretz. And she says, "I don't know what's scarier, that everyone in this kingdom wants to run a sword through my heart, or that sometimes I just want to let them." Oh, isn't that like a sword in your heart? It's so sad. And she just wants to be accepted for who she is, even though she doesn't quite know who she is at times. And the kingdom definitely doesn't know who she is. Anyway, there's a lot of mistrust and trust and friendship and betrayal and some really fascinating themes and lessons and beautiful animation and storytelling. All right, so there are 3 movies that I want to introduce you to. If you haven't already seen my movie reviews of them, but recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that I think that you'll like if you watch this and you like it and you want more of it. So the first one is a recent movie I just reviewed called Miraculous: Ladybug Cat Noir, the movie. Now, I had never heard of that franchise. It was popular as a TV show, and they've turned it into an elevated animation on Netflix. And I thought that it was just beautiful and had great animation and humor and good messaging and all of that. Very family friendly. The second is another recent movie, also on Netflix, called Monkey King. And it takes a myth from China and updates it and also adds some punch and animation to that one. And we get to go to China in that one. In Miraculous Ladybug Cat Noir, the movie, we get to go to France. And then the last one is called The Sea Beast. I think that came out last year. I also thought the animation was just gorgeous, with another beautiful story and the themes that teach kids good lessons. All of those, I think, are pretty family friendly and enjoyable for kids and adults. All right, I hope that you enjoyed those and this one that I'm featuring in this movie review. And if you have any recommendations for other films, comment down below. I'm sure everybody would love to see those as well. Of course, my list was not exhaustive, but it's just to kind of get you started on some of the more recent ones that are sort of similar. All right, thank you so much for spending time with me. And when you get a minute, run over to my Facebook group. It's called, guess what? Movie Review Mom, where we post a lot of silly memes about movies and do polls and ask questions and talk about movies. And of course, where I post my movie reviews as well. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.